The fumes from the landfill start to stink horrendously. Your eyes burn, your throat hurts, and you feel sick. It's as if someone's pouring water down my throat. It makes me cough. I can hardly breathe.
They say everything's all right, but emergency services have detected 25 times over the limit.
It's all because of the dump here.
By here, Yulia Fedosayeva means about 500 meters from the house she was born in. The Alazinsky landfill near the village of Shapino is one of the dozens all around the megacity of Moscow. It's 32 hectares in area, or about 45 soccer pitches. Only a few years ago, the pit was some 30 meters deep, say local residents. Now it's a hill rising about 20 meters high, and it keeps getting bigger, as do the population's health problems. Yulia Fedosayeva says that some days it stank so unbearably she couldn't open her apartment windows. Her children, 8-year-old Ilya and 7-year-old Yaroslava, started feeling ill more often. The point came when Yulia couldn't take it anymore. She moved away from her home village Shapova, 7 kilometers to the town of Klin.
The little ones always had something wrong with them. One day, the pediatrician told me their lungs were making rattling noises. I didn't have to think about it. I started looking for an apartment here in Klin for us. Later, after the move, we went back to the same doctor, and oh, what a miracle, the noises in their lungs were gone. How come? Very simple. We'd moved away from the landfill.
The Fedosoyeva's case was no isolated one. Waste disposal is one of Russia's most pressing issues. Greenpeace figures show less than 4% of waste being processed and only 2% going to incineration plants. The rest goes straight into dumps. Ironically, the country with the largest land area on Earth can't find enough space for the estimated 70 million tons of waste its population produces annually. Moscow's landfills, in particular, are ticking time bombs. Many of them fail to meet the official safety standards, contaminating soil, groundwater, and air. Over and over, local residents have protested, as here in Arkhangelsk, but rarely have they seen any results. Yulia Fedosoyeva has joined the effort for clean air in her home region. She and her fellow activists pooled their funds and bought a gas analyzer that measures radioactivity, chlorine, hydrogen sulfides, ammonia, and other pollutants.
We use this data to compile what we call a map of the stench for the whole area and then decide if we can go outside with the kids or not.
Their results are alarming. The activists report them to the Environmental Agency regularly. In 2017, the State Emergency Services finally had to react and measure 25 times the maximum allowed for hydrogen sulfides. Activists took the matter to court, but with no success. Our reporter contacted the landfill managers and the city of Klin, but received no response. And so, Yulia Fedosoyeva has to consult her detector before she takes her children outside.
We analyzed the air today. Right now it's looking good, so we can go visit Grandma in Shapova.
Yulia Fedosoyeva's 67-year-old mother, Valentina Agapova, still lives in their home village.
Ilya, come and have some tea and sausage.
Her grandchildren like to come and visit, even if only briefly. Her house stands perilously close to the landfill, but she's not going to move away now.
Where would I go? Who could I sell my house to with all that stench out there? They're not exactly lining up. And how could I live in the city? I only get a pension of about 190 euros, and I'd have to pay 130 euros to rent a one-room apartment.
They visit with Grandma for a couple of hours. Yulia Fedosoyeva shows her kids her old property quickly before the wind turns, and the smell is unbearable again. All her efforts to have something done about it have been for nothing.
I don't know how long we can keep on fighting the system. We're too few, and we're starting to feel helpless and desperate.
The mountain of garbage keeps on growing, And there are even plans to expand the Elinsky landfill.